was gone. She sang at the stars and she hissed at the dawn. She wore 3 great cloaks and a bloody red dress, and rouged both her lips, though her hair was a mess. She died once or twice, so I heard her friends say, and maybe again in a month less a day. A scandalous witch with a twice broken heart, whose charms were a skill and whose lies were an art. But one time she ate a crow and pretended she didn't know. I knew a machine built up much like a man, made of steel and copper like a frying pan. It often ate mushrooms left unattended, had the touch of a saint, any wound mended. Its head could face in every direction, and it could sing though with a harsh inflection. It was lost and looking for its creator in a cursed castle with evils greater. But its name was Numbers, and it never slumbers. I knew a dwarf who was broad at his shoulder, donned heavy armor, strode like a boulder. He would read aloud from an ancient spellbook, casting thunder and lightning which shocked and shook. But most of the time he was a simple scribe, composing at length a thorough diatribe on the metal man's mind and inner working, which was his obsession, his itch and irking. But he'd kill a child if tasked, or just politely asked. I knew a strong woman, near 7 feet tall, with a Roman calm and the rage of a Gaul. Half of her was orc, and some of her was green. Sometimes wore a dress, though they'd let out the seam. She'd axe from a lichen and spear from a grave, and wine from a dead man you could drink if brave. Pleasant voice, Romani or Ukrainian, and temper divine, humble Jordanian. But she didn't fit through doors, and she doesn't know she snores. I knew an elven knight with silvery elf hair, deaf to creatures foul and oaths she made to swear. She never slept a wink, entered in a trance, swung her sword astray as though instead to dance she played the violin. A fact never checked, for without the violin not to inspect, her magic was a mix of prestidigitation and divine wrath, though brief, for foes deserving invocation. But elves live long with friendships bizarre. You're half the friend you think you are. I knew an old count, his grace a despot, a vampire from whom day held no respite. He stole a young girl groomed as his bride, and on steed of shadow and smoke did ride. He suffered peculiar addiction to romantic self-aggrandized fiction. While uninvited at every place, he would often still choose to show his face. But he raped and he killed, so his guests were not thrilled.